Hello, welcome back to the Smudging Sage Tarot, or for better saying, here I am again. Welcome back to me. After disappearing again, going into the hermit mode once again, just when I thought I was done with being in the cave, withdrawing, unlearning, relearning, and all the process that goes with that, I disappear again. So, because I haven't been there for a while and I feel anyway your love, and the community is expanding with these beautiful magical souls that are you, I really feel drawn to share with you where I am at. So, for those of you that are more observant, you will have already noticed that from my last videos, something disappeared from my ring finger on my left hand. Yes, my marriage is dissolving. So, it's painful and extremely needed. Okay? So, this is basically in two words what is going on at the moment in my life. So, these last, how to say, 10 years, 12 years, even before I got married, have been years of losses, big losses, complete transformation. And of course, for us as human beings and for me, I can go totally into the drama and cry over and over for losses, resisting transformation, and take on the spiritual meaning. But of course, in this gray area, all right, of suffering, being a human being, and knowing about spirituality, the biggest challenge is to be real, to be authentic, and not hide into spirituality, just avoid the suffering. So, thank God, I can suffer very well. I'm quite good at it. I have my ups and downs. There are days I feel completely empty, tired. And those are the days really because, you know, once I was in a retreat and we were talking about what happens between action and not action, and there was something like, you know, on a pentagram, like in music, there is a note, then there is the silence, and then there is another note, okay? And in that occasion, I really couldn't voice my thought, and I take the opportunity to speak, to tell you this, because most probably, almost for sure, this is the time to share it. What happens between intense action and recovering from something in that silence? My intuition tells me that that is us, is the real me. And as I said, I have these ups and downs, and between the ups and the up and the down, what I realize is that I need to resource in many ways. I need to rest. I need to accept reality for what it is, even if I don't like it, because, for instance, in my marriage, I could have arrived to this decision a few years ago, long time ago. And even though I saw things, I thought it was my responsibility to work on it. Something to fix it, other things to let go, I avoid seeing, and some I didn't see at all. So what I am understanding now is that, yes, I know some of you are already in the soul contracts idea, and I'm totally there with you. I'm sure it's about it. And the other thing is that some little nuances about how the whole soul contract takes place. And I think at the point where I am, it takes place like a spell. So let's say my soul contract in this marriage was 8 years with this person. And now, how could it last so long with all the things that there happened? Because like I was in a kind of a spell, okay, where I wasn't clear, where we weren't clear, things were under our eyes, and we didn't have the courage, the force, the honesty, this and that, just to acknowledge them. So, and I think that this is very important, because I also believe in divine timing. And believing in divine timing means that this time for us to mutually decide to dissolve this marriage is the perfect time for things that we can understand, and for many others that we cannot see yet. But I am here to be authentic with you, because I know that many of you, the majority of this community, are women that have been through the hardest challenges. And you, like me, we always find a way to overcome challenges and to build up our personality, authenticity, character, our strength, each time in a constructive way. So while I want to be super vulnerable, it's painful, and it's true. But there is the other side of this medal that talks about, it really was about time. It was big time. And because of course, this is my version, it takes two to tango, but I tell you exactly what I went through, because it's the only testimonial I can give, my reality, my truth. Because I have been trying to fix it, learn from it analyze it, and think about it, and meditate about it, at the end of the day, I have been growing a lot in what is precisely my personal experience in this specific topic that is unique to me. And for me, again, super personally speaking, if I was married, I would have run away like a fly, a butterfly, an eagle, whatever you want to call me, long time ago. But because I was married, and I'm still married anyway, but because of this contract, for me was sacred, was holy, okay? Meaning that out of this container called marriage, I had to take the best out of it. I had to try everything. I had to be committed. I had to try, put soul, body, and mind into it. And it's for a reason. And now I am a completely different person from the one you have seen, the first videos I have done. And that process that now is in complete light was already bubbling under the surface. So I don't know, really, how this can resonate with you, if it can help you somehow, if it's just a way for me to share what I am going through to people that I don't know in face, but I feel your energy. I see what you write. Anyway, on an energetical level, I know you. And I decided to do this video because it's a form of respect, because I respect myself and I respect what I do attract. And again, I don't know the reason. I don't know if it will resonate with you, will help you to make some decision or feel better about the person, the character you were or you are in a relationship with another person or a family, whatever it can be. I just felt that I felt drawn to share this with you. And you know that when spirit calls, I don't withdraw. Of course, I could say more, but I want also to respect the other person that is not here now. But I think that somehow what had to be told has been told. And what I want to do now, I want to pull some card from the unknown archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes, because I think there is so much mystery in our lives, okay? For sure in mine, that it can give us a perspective, an idea, a sense, an energy. You know that I often use this as a significator in my readings, okay? So, oh wow, look at this. Look at this, the cave, and look, the movement, showing this finger and showing just the finger. Oh my God. You know, this for me is always a confirmation of being aligned, because if I can do everything wrong, and I think I'm totally wrong, when I see how aligned are the cards, meaning the energy, okay, with me when I speak, I know I'm aligned. Look at this card. Look, it's a cave. You see the darkness here. There are two eyes. There is somebody here, and he's showing his hand. So, under a spiritual, magical, whatever you want to call it, I had to talk about this. So for me, it's a confirmation. And look, there is a star here. The star means also healing. And this can be healing for me, first of all, and probably healing for somebody who is listening now. And then, wow, the dead hand. That's so amazing. And in the bottom of the deck, the vow. Wow, guys. This is craziness. I always call it craziness because the synchronicities are so powerful. But there is nothing crazy here. Nothing. It's just the being aligned with my truth, with my authenticity. And I just love it. A sip of water. Let's talk about these cards. So, this is also talking about a ritual, the maternal wound, you know. And then when we talk about dead end, this is not just a dead end. It's also a secret door. Wow, guys, but can you see this? I would love to hear if you had my same impression now. It's like entering in the cave and coming out from the other side, like from a secret door. You see what I mean? They look very much alike, those cards. And then the vow speaks very, very strongly to me. This is the vow, the promise to change the destiny, the direction. But it's more than everything a vow to myself that what is coming, it's more in alignment with my healing, with my personality, with my authenticity, and my desire to be joyful, the yellow of the sun. You know that the star is a sun, okay? And also overcoming. Look what's underneath here. But this card was here. I thought I saw another card. Anyway, the magic here works 100%. The orphan. Okay, so this is very specific just for some of you and for sure for me. Healing the wound of the orphan. Healing the wound of the trauma of being abandoned. Because for me, why I have been keeping working on those relationships, okay, that were like loops, like dead ends, always arriving at a certain point and never being able to go over, okay, together, and not coming out by myself, okay? Why? Because at the base of this body, of this persona, there is a prenatal abandonment trauma that I got. I don't know you. You then will adjust on your specific situation. But what I am saying here, I'm coming out in a very vulnerable way. I know you will respect this. And I'm talking about myself. And I had this. And what happens when this kind of a trauma happens is that I cling to whatever relationship for fear of being abandoned again. But today I promise to myself and to you as witnesses, beautiful magical souls, that everything I will do, it will be first for the love and the respect of myself. And at the end of the day, this is always the only way to be respected and to be loved. Because when we reach those vibrations to respect ourselves and love ourselves, it's like a perfume. People can smell it and they know what it is about, okay? So I'm really happy with this. I am going to try to go ahead with my lesson of tarot lessons. And I know that Phoenix is always there rooting for me and watching and listening and commenting on those lessons. I love it. You really are super, super sweet. And I will come out with the new readings. So from now on, let's see what will unfold. Thank you for listening. I love you tons, and I'll see you next time. Bye.